Come in.
How's it going? Riley Cole, Salesforce.
Nice to meet you, Scott Johnson.
Scott Johnson, good to meet you. So, mutual friend Alex Ford, how do you happen to know him?
I know Alex from, we met at the VIP section at a Cowboys football game a few years back, and so our wives hit it off. We've been good friends ever since then.
That's awesome. Did you happen to watch the Cowboys game this last weekend?
I did, yeah. Yeah, it was great. I mean, they crushed the Jaguars. It was awesome.
Yeah, always Texas football is a blast to watch. It's great to hear that we're both mutual Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Scott, here's my business card in case you need any questions.
Sweet, thanks.
Sure. And just to respect your time, we did talk 8 to 10 minutes. Does that still work for you?
Yeah, that works perfectly.
Great. And is it okay if I write notes during this meeting?
No, please do.
Okay. And is there anyone else that will be happy to meet with us today?
No, just us.
Okay. And if this meeting does go well, what do you say would happen in the future?
Well, I'm the director of operations, right? So I have all the buying power. I mean, I just need somebody to consult with, but if it's something that I like, we can move ahead with the process.
Awesome, Scott. All right. Well, I hope this meeting goes efficiently. So just to set the agenda for what we're going to be talking about, you mentioned just some potential concerns with your current CRM.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to highlight those and find ways to improve those so your company can be more beneficial in the future. Does that sound good for you?
Yeah, sounds great.
Awesome, Scott. All right. So, I talked to Alex just before meeting up with you, and something he raved on about was the Plano expansion, the fact that y'all have a general headquarters now in Dallas, which is awesome.
Yeah.
How's that been treating y'all?
Oh, it's great. I mean, we've been experiencing so much growth. It's been a great time. I love it. I love it in Plano.
Awesome. Yeah, Dallas has a lot of resources, especially Plano, so y'all definitely picked a great spot.
Yeah.
So just to get a general idea for what we're working with, how many sales managers do you have working under you, Scott?
I've got about 10.
Okay.
7 in Dallas.
Okay. 7 in Dallas?
Yep.
How many sales reps are underneath those managers?
Roughly 100.
100. Okay. And how many policy holders are underneath the sales reps?
250,000.
250,000.
Yes,
Congratulations.
sir.
That is.
Thank you.
It's a good number. So with big numbers, you have to have just a quick machine running it constantly.
Yeah.
How is your CRM working in regards to that?
It's pretty good. Right now, we have a web-based CRM, and so everyone uses whatever they want to reduce that learning curve, right? And when they get a chance, they'll put that information into the web-based CRM. Usually do it within an hour or two after their meetings. And that's kind of what we're working with right now.
Okay. So everyone just has their own CRM that they work with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how is that affecting communication for y'all?
I mean, it's been pretty nice. I mean, we can all put information in the same spot. Now, I think like one issue that we do have is that sometimes people they don't like inputting data, and so they'll take too long and won't do it in that first hour or two, or maybe they won't do it they won't put as much effort into it as they need to, and so things are a little confusing. So if that happens, then there can be some further issues with like people not having enough information to reaching out to clients, or I mean even it's not unheard of people reaching out to the same client twice.
Okay, so double calling is an issue for y'all.
Yeah, it can be an issue sometimes.
Okay, how often does double calling happen for you?
Usually it's just once or twice a quarter.
Okay, once or twice a quarter.
Yeah, I mean, even that's too much, though.
Right. And let's say someone gets double called. What happens to the customer when that?
In that case, usually, like sometimes it can just get ironed out. We put some time into it, and it's fine, like brand new. But sometimes if the waters are a little bit more shaky, we can lose the deal. Like they'll go with a competitor where those issues aren't happening.
Okay, that's definitely not good for a size that y'all are.
Mm-hmm. So,
revenue-wise, how much could y'all potentially be losing with a double call?
When we do lose, it's going to be around $100,000 for an account, and usually we lose about half the ones who make half of the accounts where it's double calling will lose.
So potentially half of $800,000, $400,000 just in double calling.
Yeah.
So if we happen to have something that could help improve double calling to where it doesn't exist, to where that you're always having a constant communication, do you think you would be interested?
Yeah, I think that's something we'd love to talk about.
Okay, Great. And, on top of double calling being an issue, obviously, with communication, there comes times where we have to work individually. Potentially, there are some team-based sales that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to have any type of team-based sales?
Yeah, we do. About 20% of the deals that we make are acquired through salespeople working together as a team. So that's not as it's a minority, obviously, but those are usually worth a whole lot more. So they're just as important, if not more so.
Okay. High importance means you want them to be on the same page.
Oh yeah, it's really important that they're very efficient.
Have you heard any concerns throughout any of the teams?
Yeah, honestly. So sometimes, since they don't have access to this information, it's not real time. We can have some issues of just miscommunications when preparing for an event. So it reduces efficiency, and also it can lead to some embarrassing moments every once in a while. But it's mostly an efficiency issue.
Okay. So communication seems to be an issue that y'all definitely want to hopefully get solved.
Yeah. And
so if we had a system that could increase efficiency to where your teams would always be on the same page, leading to more deals happening, would Liberty Mutual be interested?
Yeah, I think that we'd love that. It'd be great.
Okay.
Love to talk about that.
That's great. To kind of connect with communication, something that we will always want to be aware of is visibility. So how managers really see the system and how they can help sales reps in the field. How's visibility working with the CRM that y'all are using?
It's all right. So the main issue is that sometimes, like our salespeople, they don't love data entry. Most people don't. I'm sure you understand being a salesperson yourself.
Yes, sir.
And that can lead to just not, like I mentioned earlier, the information not being put in correctly, and so it's hard to see exactly what our salespeople are working on every once in a while. And that's the main issue. We can't see what they're up to.
Right. And how do managers feel about that?
Oh, they don't like it. They hate it.
Yeah.
I hear about it a lot from my managers, the sales managers that I have. And so, really, because if they're trying to work and improve their team's performance, and they can't see how they're communicating, that's a huge issue. It's a huge barrier to improvement for them. And so it especially is detrimental to them because it's their head on the line if they're not performing the way they need to be.
Yeah. And what do you mean by head on the line for managers?
Oh, yeah. So if their teams if their salespeople are not hitting quota consistently, it's not unheard of for the managers to get fired.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often do managers get fired?
For that reason, usually about once or twice a year.
Okay. Once or twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
And with a potential rehire, how long does the rehire process normally take?
So once we have them rehired, it usually takes a month for them to understand their team a bit more and then see what's going wrong, and then they have another month to implement some things and then try to get the team going. Usually it's going to take about 2 to 3 months for a manager to get completely onboarded.
Okay, so almost half a year just spent on just training managers.
Yeah, the onboarding can take a while, and it is what it is.
Yeah, so if we happen to have a system that could completely improve invisibility, so managers are always on the same time, they know what's going on, to where they can help sales reps as well as help themselves. Would that be something you're interested in?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to talk about that.
Okay, great. And so just kind of a base of what we covered. We covered the issue of communication, knowing that although it does save time for some of the sales reps, that can really lead to just trouble in regards to double calling and not everyone being on the same page, which could lead to easily loss in revenue, as we can see with the 400,000.
Yeah.
Also, something we touched on was visibility, the fact that managers don't know what's going on, because that is a risk of their job, and in a way that also affects the sales reps and their performance on the field. So if we could increase communication, increase visibility, to where the system is constantly on the same time and that everyone knows what's going on, would you be interested in a potential solution?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Well, Scott, I would love to talk to my team about what we kind of talked about today and just really discuss some potential opportunities that we could help each other out. So would you be interested in meeting sometime in the next couple weeks?
Yeah, does the same time next week work?
Same time next week? Yes, that works great.
Awesome, let's do it.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott, for taking time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Riley. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
See you next week.